What is up, everyone? Your boy Broly here, and today we are just breaking down the two free-to-play God unit, Vegeta and Goku, but I'm not alone. I got Vegito back again. What's up, man?
Hello, Broly. I am
Hello.
very particularly excited about these new units. I will be completely honest.
Yeah, same here. Um, so, um, so at $14 for Vegeta, okay, not bad stats.
Yeah. So, and I also pulled up the game just in case, just to check if, because sometimes DBT space has like incorrect values. Turns out pretty close. I think it's about the same. It's just some of the values are either rounded up or rounded down, but I think it should be fine. At 14 stars, yeah, like Broly said, not too bad for a free to play unit.
Mm. Okay. Do you want to hear his kit? His first main?
Alright, so his main is called the Status of a God. Draw a Blast Arts card next, restores on key by 30, plus 30% to damage inflicted for 20 timer counts. So I think his main ability for 50 timer counts to last, it could be 10, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Considering, he doesn't have an ultimate, he doesn't have a blue card to draw. So on the other hand though, I think and and previewing just like skimming through, I think there's a reason why his main ability is as is. But I think it's a pretty good. It's still a pretty decent main ability at least for a free to play unit. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's just my opinion.
Yeah. Um. Um. Uh. Before we keep going, sorry about the notification. I thinking uh I thinking my Xbox account so, notification popping out. So sorry about that. so so yeah.
Oh, it's all right.
So the first main.
All right. So skipping over the battle member RP plus 30% because I think both Goku and Vegeta will have that. It is called Proven Conviction. Applies the following effects to self when this character enters the battlefield. Restores ki by 30, plus 80% to damage inflicted cannot be stacked. Reduces damage received by 30%, cannot be stacked either. Increases arts card draw speed by 1 level for 15 timer counts. Applies
Okay.
the following effects to self every time another battle member is hit with an enemy's strike or blast arts attack, plus 15% to damage inflicted for 30 timer counts, and plus 10% to special move damage inflicted for 30 timer counts. Um, just keep in mind, guys, so like the it says cannot be stacked, so meaning the buffs listed here can be cancelable. So say like what LF Super Vegito, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta can just like Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta can just pop a green card, goodbye buffs. Super Vegeta pop main, goodbye buffs. Pretty much that's how it works.
yeah. So not bad, but not good. It's cancelable.
Yeah, but in my opinion, I think with how he restores ki, uh, and the fact that he gets this much damage, and then assuming your character gets hit like what 4 to 5 times, from a striker blast arts, I think it's a pretty decent uh unique ability. But again, like you said, Broly, it's only flaw because it can be cancelable. But again, I think this goes back to the main ability because of how it is. Because so essentially, you could literally do a blast arts with another unit, switch to Vegeta, pop the main, and you get 60 ki back. So that's probably why he was built this way. That's just
Hmm.
me. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. The his last unique.
Oh, Unfaltering Ego applies the following effects to self every time this character uses a strike or blast arts attack. Restores health by 5%. Oh boy. Restores ki by 10. Plus 10% to damage inflicted for 10 temper count. So this means it's either strike or blast. So this is essentially uh how should I put this? This is like a pretty I think this is a pretty good unique for a free to play character. 10 ki per card? Like goodness, it's so keep in mind guys, you need to have enough ki And also, this is like if you were spending 9 key for a strike card or 19 key for a blast. So just keep that in, if you have enough key, by the way, but keep that in mind.
Yeah.
While this character is on the battlefield, applies the following effects itself to enemy every time the enemy uses a strike or blast arts. Reduces key by 5, inflicts attribute downgrade plus 10% of damage. Receive for 50. Goodness.
Oh my goodness.
So, so, okay, no wonder they nerfed his main ability. Wow, his uniques are really good.
Damn.
Again, like I said before, and Broly agrees with me on this one, I believe. Again, the first unique buffs are cancelable. I think the same goes for the 10% damage inflicted for 10 timer counts. Uh, and any character who can just block out debuffs or just cancel them out with a green card or blue card even.
Mhm.
Again, this is
Yeah.
a pretty nerfed main unique ability, but again, I think this is very powerful to
Mhm.
a certain extent.
Yep. Okay. Drag Blast normal. A blue card.
Yeah. So, Dead in the Attack. This is like this. This is similar to the first anniversary purple Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta from the Resurrection F Saga. So the animation is still the same, assuming
Yeah.
it is the same attack. However, the difference it's major impact damage, inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade plus 30% blast damage received for 50 temper counts upon activation. So this is not like if you hit the opponent. So
Yeah.
it's upon activation.
Okay. Not bad.
Yep.
Okay. Key card.
Yeah. Plus 20% of damage inflicted for 15 timer counts. Minus 10 to own blast arts cost for 15 timer counts. And destroys 2 of your enemy's strike arts
Oh.
strike arts cards. So,
Okay.
I would assume this is very good against melee type units. So, and I
Mhm.
think this is also countered to, I would say mono purple because essentially, like, they're like remember 2 of the units are mainly melee based. But this also applies to fusion warriors, and as a fusion warriors man, I'm kind of concerned now,
Yeah.
considering because fusion warriors, right? It's a strike heavy team and usually has a lot of strike cards. So
Mhm.
this is not good, at least for me and some other for fusion warrior mains who probably can't deal with the destruction of cards. This is probably a bad sign for us, in my opinion.
Yeah.
However, if you have, oh, sorry,
Um.
did you want to?
Yeah. So. No. No. You go ahead and finish it up. I want to say
Oh,
at the end of.
I apologize. So, assuming you use 2 green cards, right? You get nine costs to blast arts. Which, keep in mind, like you gotta also keep in mind that his second unique restores 10 key for every strike or blast arts he uses, which means essentially you're restoring 1 key every time you use a blast art, if you have enough key, of course. Uh, but again, that's if you have enough key,
Mhm.
and this, in my opinion, is so. I think like all around through his cards and his uniques, it's really pretty good for a unit. It's just his main ability is Uh, they could have done slightly better in my opinion, but I think this is pretty good for a free to play unit, and
Yeah.
that,
Yeah. Um. The his tags is Goku and the free event and Goku Saints. But the problem I have him. He's blue plus his blast base, and Goku don't need blast base. Then he strikes base. You know.
that's true. But keep in mind that God Key, I think since Vados released, has been mainly blast based. However, you're right because since the release of Beerus, Goku Vegeta, and then Gogeta Blue obviously being a melee unit, you want them to be more strike based, but it seems Legends wants to diversify the tag with melee and range type units,
Yeah.
from what I can see.
Yeah. But I'm saying this is the only thing that's problem about him because um it's kind of hard with him for on God Key because you have Beerus and him, and and
Mm-hmm.
and you had to choice free to play $14 or $14 blue Beerus. So it's kind of hard, to who can
Okay.
take his spot.
Um, so I would like to input an opinion here, if you don't mind, Broly.
Yeah,
So again, this is like I said before, and like Gaki can be either blast based or strike based, depending on how you build it. In my opinion, with Vegeta, um, if you want to build it blast based, um, I I I don't recommend it because with how the meta is and how Gaki's trying to be structured right now, I wouldn't say it's worth it. But
yeah,
at the same time, if you want to have fun on the meta, maybe use Vados again, as support for Vegeta, if you give the support for Vegeta, then yes, I'd say, go for it.
yeah. I w-
But Oh, sorry. But again, I'd say, in my opinion, Beerus is probably the better choice. Now, if you don't get him, and it maybe somehow get Jiren or just get shafted entirely, then yes, I think this Vegeta is worth going for.
yeah,
If you do not have Beerus or a fully soul boosted Super
Goku.
Super Saiyan Blue Goku, yeah.
Yeah, but still, he sounds good. He's not busted. Um, and I can't wait to see what he do in the game
Right.
because we do not have a fast free to play unit for 2022. So
Mm, yeah, yeah, that's true. And I completely agree. All right, so should we move on
Goku.
to Goku?
Yep. Okay. My boy Goku and his red. Let's go, Gaki user. Hoo-hoo.
Yes. So Gaki uses Rejoice. You now have a red unit. Now, in my opinion, I think this is probably like so. In my opinion, between if I were to be excited for Vegeta and Goku, because I've seen a lot of people excited for Vegeta. In my opinion, I am more excited for Goku. I read a preview of his kit on the Japanese side of Legends on their Twitter, and I'm really interested with
Yeah.
how they detailed the preview.
Yeah.
So I am very excited to look over his kit. I have not looked at his kit yet. So
Yeah, same, and say for him too. So at $14, same old, by 5%. Wow.
yeah. So it, so this is coming from me, and I haven't tested test him out right. Nobody has. This is just my opinion, but I think he's pretty in my opinion, quote unquote average for
Mhm.
a free to play unit, considering his stats. But on
Mhm.
the other hand, you never know. He could be tanky.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Okay. His his main.
All right. Clash of Flawless Power restores on health by 40%.
What?
What? Hold on. 40%? Excuse me.
Okay.
40%. Hold on. 40%. Wait. 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 40%. Wait. Legends. Wait. 40%. This has to be some. Okay. This has to be a mistake. 40%. Okay, that's kind of crazy, but okay.
Yeah.
Um, the reason why I'm kind of shocked is because you have again. Let's consider Vados, right? If you were to still use her in the meta somehow, if you were trying to have fun, use Vados, right? But just pair up with her heal, and it's just you just heal like I think half or even like 3/4 of your health. That's just what I think. That's crazy
Yeah.
to think about.
Yeah. Oh
All
my
right.
god. And this is our first free unit to have
Yes.
40%.
Wow. Reduces next damage sustained by 20% plus until enemy combo is finished. So meaning this part is not very good. Because
uh
essentially if you get tab blasted or tap attacked, then that's just a waste of a main ability, at least for the defense part,
yeah.
if you were looking for that.
Yeah.
Increases all Dragon Balls by one. So this is essentially like the Code Goku that came out a few months ago, but only by one, and I think that's pretty much okay.
Yeah.
Cancels enemy attribute upgrades. Okay,
Oh
so kind of
god.
like Super Vegito. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. But in my opinion, again, like I said, the only flaw thing is the reduces next damage sustained by 20%. It's literally, I just no, it just feels so underwhelming because this implies again, like I said before, a tap attack or or tap blast. It'll literally just cancel the entire defense part of it out.
Yeah. Um, but most like it's not bad a mirror ability, but the fun is that the 20%, you know.
Yeah.
So
Again, like I said, this implies that this is my third time saying this. A tap blast or a tap attack, any single attack and you drop combo, or like you do a card and you drop combo. That's just the end of the defense.
yep, goodbye.
Yeah. All right.
Yep, yep, the same thing
All right.
with Vegeta. So guys, so what this means, RP means is like all the free to play sparkings, they have this for a reset of the IP, and you can get like points to if you bring them on your team.
Mhm. Mhm.
So yeah, and it is okay on free to play sparkings, but normal sparkings is not okay to have this
Yeah.
at all.
So yeah, and like Broly said, this is like, I think, again, this is not something we would see in a summonable sparking unless they're like, I don't know, like a Zenkai needing this, or like a unit that they didn't balance out very well. So, but yeah, that's like Broly said. You want to move on to the unique abilities, Broly?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right. All right. So his first one is called Faded Showdown. Applies the following effects itself when battle starts. So he's a bit similar to his Zenkai Blue counterpart. Um, applies the following. Okay. So it plus 80% to damage inflicted. Cannot be canceled. Reduces damage received by 40%. Cannot be canceled. Nullifies unfavorable element factors for 40 temper counts. Cannot be canceled. Nullifies abnormal conditions for 40 temper counts. Cannot be canceled. So essentially, say a blue unit were to rush and you build this guy to be tanky, you can possibly tank a rush. And considering the blue system, you give him defensive equipment, all that stuff. You can literally make him tank a rush with this part of the unique ability. I think this is. I'm pretty excited. Again, like I said, this is similar to the Zenkai Blue Super Saiyan Blue Goku, but you know, in a more, I guess,
Free to play.
free to play way. So
Mhm.
yeah, this is pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, the next part destroys all of your enemy's special move arts cards when this character enters the battlefield. Activates 3 times and restores ally key by 20 when this character switches standby.
Wow.
So
Okay.
again, and going and using Vegeta as an example, I think both of them are are implying that they want to stop Fusion Warriors. Because keep in mind, Gogeta, Ultra Gogeta literally farms blue cards. So I'm guessing this is how it works. um, but again, this is just a speculation. This could imply that if Frieza could like farm blue card, I don't know, but I'm just saying this is probably here to stop Fusion Warriors from being
Mm.
too rampant. So
I'm sorry, but you.
it's fine. I think, in my opinion, unless I'm facing a 14-star Goku and Vegeta, like the free to play Goku Vegeta, I don't know if I'll be that worried as of
Yeah,
right now.
yeah,
Now, until people 14-star them, then I don't really see a point to be that scared. But at 15 stars, yes, I'll be very frightened because their potential can just skyrocket to anything.
yeah.
Anyways, all right, we haven't even gotten to the second unique. All right, the second unique, power to surpass a god. The following effects occur when changing cover. Reduces enemy vanishing gauge to 0%. Activates 4 times. Okay, this is the one part I was excited about because he reduces enemy vanishing gauge. So like, crazy thinking, but say you were to have Ultra Gogeta and you somehow just drop the combo with Goku and then you somehow drop the combo and then your Gogeta gets attacked and then you switch to Goku and they don't have vanish, right? That's
Mhm.
just me.
Yeah.
Inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade +3 to substitution count for 15 timer counts. that is pretty good to lock, to, keep the lock in.
Mhm.
So, because you can't switch.
Yeah.
All right. Reduces damage received by 20% until combo ends. Applies attribute upgrade, shortens substitution count by 3 to self, cannot be stacked. Effect resets after character switch. So, again, so aside from the reduction of enemy vanishing gauge being limited, everything else is unlimited. So, because again, like it says, effect resets after character switch. So, all right. The following effects occur after enemy attack is over. Reduces enemy ki by 20, plus 20% to damage inflicted, up to 40%, plus 40% to next special move damage inflicted, cannot be stacked.
Oh my god. God.
Um, so this is my speculation, but again, I have so many speculations. Like, I believe this Goku is supposed to be paired up with if I'm not mistaken, the recent Zenkai Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. Because keep in mind that Vegeta has a unique ability where he reduces ki and ki recovery as well.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
this I think this pairs up really well. In my
Uh,
opinion, of course,
a
this
lot.
pairs up really well.
And in his kit, lots of 40s in his kit is crazy. They love 40s.
Mm, jeez.
God. Oh,
Well, I think, in my opinion, like again, like we said with Vegeta, the kit looks good. The uniques look good. I think in Goku's case, like in
better.
Vegeta's case, his cards look really good. Aside from his uniques, like both of their uniques are really good. The only difference is Vegeta, his his perk is with his cards. With Goku, it's with his main ability.
Mhm.
So,
Uh,
all right, I think I'm done with the abilities, man. I'm kind of excited now.
yeah.
Uh,
The card the same thing. Super Kamehameha.
All right, deals major impact damage. The only difference is that it inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade plus 5 to strike and blast guards cost for 15 timer counts on hit. So you have to hit it. But
Yeah.
in my
It's okay.
opinion, pretty good blue card.
Yeah.
If you want to stop your opponent from doing this and that.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Unlock key, a form of attack of this green card. So mine. Oh, sorry. Uh, minus 20 to next special move arts cost cannot be stacked, plus 20% to damage inflicted by allies for 15 timer counts, so support, and then also reduction in blue card cost. So assuming if this is the case, you would use a green, then a blue, and then
Yeah.
you use another green, so you essentially repeat the process over and
Yeah.
over. Again, you cannot be stacked.
Um.
Inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade plus 5 to strike and blast arts costs. Oh.
uh, I thinking Goku win card better than Vegeta in my opinion. What
Oh.
about you?
So in my opinion, I think Vegeta is great in supporting his team and buffing himself up, whereas Goku is more supporting himself and his teammates, and damage himself and blue card costs, and also inflicted. So in my opinion, it looks like he's an all-rounder defense type in terms of being a defense type of on team. So he's like an all-rounder.
Yeah.
So,
And and
uh,
and the same mode, the same tags. Uh, he's a 28%. They both had 28%, right?
Yeah. So yeah. The only so in terms of tags, they're the same except the only difference is Goku's on Sun Family, where it's just Vegeta's on Big Clan. Also, I would like to point out that Vegeta has a double offensive ability with what's it called? Yeah. So double defense, double offensive stats with I believe an additional strike defense. With Goku, it's both defenses but additional blast attack. So
Mm,
from what I can see, you're supposed to pair them both up, both the Vegeta and the Goku on the same team.
yeah.
That's just me.
Yeah.
Now, if you don't want to, you can essentially put like Goku say on a range type team where they're mainly defensive, or Oh, well, actually, oh, okay, that depends. But that's just my preference, determining on the abilities. But um, again, like I said, Goku is a defensive all rounder defensive unit. Um, from what I could see, whereas Vegeta's more of a heavy range type unit. But yeah, I think that's about it.
Yeah.
That's all I can
Um.
say about it.
So they sound decent, really good units. I can't wait to see what they do, and how to get them. You go to the event. It's kind of the same thing. Like thinking. Yeah. The boss level. You get that Z power.
Um,
So
so I'm just gonna say this right now. So, to unlock them, again, it's the same thing as every other free to play. We had before, like Pot Frieza, Yellow Goku Black, the 21. Oh, actually not the 21, the 18 that we had before. The only difference is that you have two units instead of one, and
yeah.
essentially with Goku and Vegeta. They also have gauntlets for themselves. I'm not sure if they'll include crystals, because it only applies that you'll get Z power. I'm not sure about crystals though, but I'm pretty. But again, it's a guaranteed 3,000 Z power, so that's a bonus.
Yeah.
But
And heads up, these events it has a time date on them, so you
yep.
can't you can't you can't clear all of them in one day.
Yeah. So, and also with each of there's two separate gauntlets for both Goku and Vegeta. So you the the max boost character is the free to play unit, the free to play units themselves. Although the other units you'll have to get through either summons or through by free to play means. So
Yeah, it's kind of good and bad. But yeah. Heads up, they're free to play. Please do it. They are free to
yeah.
play. And they won't take too much energy.
Yeah,
Um,
and this is also an advice for everyone who's doing the raid. If I meant the not the raid, the gauntlet. If you guys are doing the gauntlet, my only suggestion is that if you can't get past a boss at a certain level, try using health bench, because that'll help you a ton. And I'll be honest, it'll drastically increase the performance for your team.
hmm.
But yeah, that's about it.
Yeah. But yeah, leave a comment. What do you think about this Goku and Vegeta? Are you going exercise for them or not? And yeah, I'm thinking Vegeta is thinking that he's gonna say about them, right?
Again, like I said, just it's crazy to think that they're free to play units again. But on the other hand, their stats are not as great as summonable units
Yeah,
that we've had the past few weeks or so. Um, I think with how they're structured, I think getting them with how they're structured, I think it's pretty easy to get them to 14 stars, and it shouldn't take too much time.
yeah,
And from my perspective, unless you're doing the last 30 stages for each gauntlet, in which yeah, that'll probably take a little bit longer, but I think it's okay.
yeah. And before I end, sorry about the really beginning. Since his OBS popping up, I just want to test the voice for you on the desktop audio. I just want to see like you see an echo or not. So yeah, but yeah, I hope you have a great day and thanks a lot, Petito, and peace out.